Okay, so what in the heck is this stuff with DNS records and name servers and all that stuff when it comes to messing with domain names? If you look at your high level account and you want to add a domain, you just go to settings and domains, and then it says, "Hey, put your domain name in here," and then click continue, and then we'll take care of it for you. So generally, if you're registered at GoDaddy or one of the larger uh, registrars out there, you just log in the process and it sets this stuff for you. But that's not always the case. You may not have a major registrar. You might be on some small registrar like Enom or something, like I am. And so it gets to be kind of a confusing mess. But it's not. It's not confusing. It's a two-step process basically. So let's just do a quick DNS lookup. So here we have whois.domaintools.com/bamengine.com because, well, why not? And you can see here that if we go and look at a whois is the records for the domain name, right? And it'll say which registrar it's at, Enom Inc., um, and how long it's been registered and all this stuff. But the primary thing that the domain name record attaches is this name servers, right? So in order for the domain name to be used, it has to point to a name server, and the name server is a chunk of code that directs what happens to traffic that comes to this domain name. So you can see here, name servers on this one is DNS1 nameservices.com, and there's five different name servers here, and the only reason they have five is because back in the day stuff wasn't very reliable, and so if it couldn't find a record on the first name server, it would go to the next one, and so this one has redundancies of five name servers, DNS 1 through 5. But anyway, this name server, DNS5.name-services.com, will take whatever traffic comes to that and tell it what to do. All right. So that's the basic function of a name server. It's a computer, okay, that takes traffic to a domain name and tells it what to do. And the rest of the stuff is just the whois record for the domain name, um, and it's all redacted for privacy on here automatically by Enom. That's why I started using them in the first place. Anyway, but if we go back over to BAM Engine, which is go high level, you can see if you don't do the automatic thing, then it's going to say you want to set up your domain name manually, and if you say yes, it'll take you to this screen, which we used to have to use all the time. No automatic setup, but Go High Level wants to have two different records for each domain name that comes in. Now, High Level does not have name servers, so you have to have your own name servers, and usually, you can use the ones that are at your registrar, like GoDaddy or Enom or wherever, and use their name servers, and then go in there and specify these DNS records. The DNS records are the actual instructions at the name server for what to do with traffic, right? And the two most basic of these DNS records are the A record and a CNAME record. But the A record really is the master DNS record for a domain name. So, and A means address. And then the host is what specific kind of traffic. And at means everything. So for the record, the A record, the address of this domain, all traffic should go to this IP. All right. And this is a go high level IP address. So it's saying, the address for this domain name is there. Then a CNAME is actually short for canonical name. And what it's doing is it's telling what to do with certain subdomains of the domain. Generally, all CNAMEs are on subdomain. So you can have different services and different functions on that domain name that are specified by a subdomain. So, for example, www used to be the subdomain where all World Wide Web pages would be found. That's no longer the case. That was 25 years ago that was normal. Use www to find web pages. But now you can just find them at the regular non-www address. Anyway, CNAME, that www will then point to this address, the sites.ludicrous.cloud, and a CNAME, a canonical name, always points to another domain name. Oftentimes, the normal setting for a CNAME of www is just to point it to the main domain. So I put in here test domains as the example. So the regular CNAME would be www.testdomains.com. And then it would send any traffic that people typed in www on the domain name just over to the regular non-www address. So a CNAME is how to function with a subdomain. Now, you can do other subdomains like mail or FTP, or those are all other functions that are on your website or on your domain name that a CNAME would direct that traffic to the location where the service exists. So those are the two main records we're going to use. There's lots of other DNS records, that do different functions like route the email and things like that. But you don't need to know those things for setting up high level. But if you'd like a deeper dive into that, just feel free to ask and I'll make you a video. But that's the difference between name servers and DNS records. Name servers is the computer that delivers the DNS records, and DNS is the only thing that high level